Chapter 1, Mishnah 8. Mishnah 4 discusses the case of designating olives as truma for olive oil, which is forbidden because one may not designate unprocessed produce, such as olives, as truma for processed produce, such as the olive oil. The following Mishnah deals with the opposite case, where oil was designated as truma for olives. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. One may not separate olive oil as truma for olives that will be crushed, and one may not separate wine as truma for grapes that will be pressed. This is forbidden because one may not designate processed produce, such as oil or wine, as truma for unprocessed produce, such as olives that will be crushed for their oil and grapes that will be pressed for their wine. However, if one did separate truma in either of these cases, his truma is valid. But he must separate truma again after the olives are crushed or the grapes are pressed. The first truma, which was separated before the olives were crushed or the grapes were pressed, is biblically valid. But the sages required a second truma to be separated. The Mishnah states two halachic differences between these two portions of truma. The first truma, like other biblical truma, makes other produce meduma on its own, without the second truma. That is, if the first truma on its own is mixed with ordinary produce, the entire mixture is forbidden as meduma. And if a non-Kohen ate the first truma by mistake, for example, he did not know that it was truma, he is obligated to pay the extra fifth for it, which is the fine that must be paid for the mistaken consumption of biblical truma. But the second truma, which is only rabbinic, is not subject to either of these laws. It does not make ordinary produce meduma, and a non-Kohen who ate it by mistake does not have to pay the fifth.